We'll start with golf.
Okay, golf. It seems like that was a long time ago already, but our golf season is always very short because it started that first week. We were back in September this year, and so we had a small group of golfers that came out, but those that did participate had a great season. And two golfers I will recognize this morning. So we had Ezra B, who I don't think is here today, but he made it off to districts as our Bantam golfer. And our top senior golfer this year was Piper Ferris, who did very well at sections and at districts and was our first golfer to head off to provincials in many, many years. So congratulations, Piper.
Congrats, Piper and Ezra. We'll do Ezra's next week at Assembly. And Mrs. Clark, elementary cross country.
All right, so I had 3 awards to give out for our elementary cross country. The first one, he's not here, but we're still going to announce it. So it's Mr. Griffin. Now, he was the only kindergarten to join cross country this year, so he gets Rookie of the Year. Okay, and I'm going to get Matthew and Ty to come up, please. So Matthew and Ty are going to get 2 separate awards. Matthew's going to get most dedicated because during practices he was there at every single practice, and then he was actually training at home and timing himself. So he could say, you know what, I did 1 kilometer in this much, or did this much in this floor, and my mom and I were running. So he was practicing outside as well and bringing that knowledge in. And Ty is going to get best hustle because he was there working hard and he won in his event. So best hustle, and you're welcome, and most dedicated.
Congratulations, Grace. I've got our Bantam cross country, so our MVP goes to a guy who showed up to practice every day ready to run. He worked extremely hard at practices, learning to pace himself over the month and a half of practices, and he finished in 9th out of 28 at districts. So congratulations to our Bantam MVP, played Templeton. And our most improved Bantam cross country runner, again, goes to somebody that worked extremely hard over the month and a half of practice, and most importantly, learned to pace himself, which is an extremely important asset for any good cross country runner. So congrats to our most improved, Albert Franklin. And Ms. Phelps at senior cross country.
Okay, for senior MVP, Piper, I'm going to call her up. So she was in the intermediate girls category, running 3 kilometers. She began training for track last year in June and ran through the summer, continued through the school year, and we started right away in September when we first got back. With each practice, she got stronger and became very consistent with her times. Despite her injury and missing some practices in a race, she pushed through districts, earning her spot in provincials. She had her sights on her end goal, she persevered, and she never quit. So she had a great run early on with our Rouleau cross-country race. And then at the Bush Invitational, that was one that she did run because of an injury. But then she did really well in districts, and in 18 minutes and 12 seconds, she finished her race and placed 7, and that earned her spot in provincials, and she placed 46 out of 100 runners, and she came in the time with 13 minutes and 58 seconds. So congratulations to our intermediate girls senior MVP, Piper.
And Bantam girls volleyball, 16.
Okay, so Bantam girls volleyball had a very successful season. We had lots of girls come out, lots of young girls on our team this year, which was really exciting. So they're going to be a force to reckon with for the next couple of years. A few awards that I want to recognize for a few of our players. So I'm going to hand out a leadership award. So this girl really took that leadership role, especially with our younger athletes this year, really being positive on the court, encouraging them at all times. if they were getting discouraged at times, she really worked hard at just boosting up their mood and their energy. So our leadership award this year is going to Tessa Hammerworth. Okay, our Rookie of the Year. So I like to give this award in Bantam because lots of these young grade 7 girls have to wait a lot of years to come and play volleyball, and so they watch their older siblings play, and they can't wait to get started. So this rookie this year, she was a force on the court. She could hit, she could pass, she could serve, she could do it all. So our Rookie of the Year goes to Reese Brown. Okay, our most improved. So volleyball is a long season, and once we start, we might have trouble with getting those serves over the net, or we might be shanking those passes and things like that, or not in the right position. But as the season goes, man, these girls, they really improved. There was one in particular that really stuck out, and I know that she's going to continue to improve as she plays the club season this year in Regina. So Olivia McGowan, come on up for our most improved. Okay, most coachable. So this athlete, she bounced back and forth between a couple of positions, helping us out as the season went on. And she never blinked an eye if we had her in a setting, or if we moved her to right side. Sometimes we moved her to left side as well. So Claire Clark, come on up for our most coachable athlete. All right, MVP. So this one is a tough one. So I'm going to award it to 2 players this year. So our first one, both of these girls actually are grade 9s on the court. This first one, she was a force. She was flying all over the court. She could dig a ball. She could hit. She could serve. And again, just a really good leader on our team as a grade 9 student. Geneva Brown, come on up for our MVP. Okay, our next MVP goes to one of our grade 9 players who continuously worked hard. She was our setter, so setters don't always get the recognition that they deserve because they are running all over the court. They're relying on those players to give them that perfect pass so that they can set up those players to get those big hits and the big glory moments. But it's really them that puts in all that extra hard work. So Avery Krause, come on up for our MVP award.
Thanks, Mrs. Gay. Congratulations, girls. Next up is Mr. Bell and the boys.
This year, to do our awards for the Bantam boys team, it was very difficult to pick our awards winner. With the team that was that successful, it takes a good group of boys to achieve those accomplishments that they did. The first one I'm going to pick up has been a leader on our team throughout the year, has worked hard over the past 3 years to meet a level of high excellence. Our MVP this year is Lucas Krause. Our next award goes to a guy that has worked very hard throughout the year. He developed from a fresh rookie into someone I can depend on to put on the court at any time. Rookie of the Year, Clayton Templeton. And the next award, I wish I could actually give it out to 7 guys. This year we had a huge group of guys that worked so hard, came out and did extra work continuously, extra practices in the morning. But it came down to one person who accepted a role on the team that most wouldn't take. Even though he was one of the most valuable players, he chose to accept the role that I gave him and be willing to do anything at any time. Kyron, most coachable.
Next, Mr. Bell, congratulations, boys. Next to the senior girls, Mr. Bean.
Okay, so we got a couple of the girls that aren't here today, so I'm going to save those for another time. So our most improved player this year, so she was somebody on our team that played left side. Her hitting really improved, her blocking improved, but what I was really impressed with was her defensive play, digging up balls, hitting the floor this year, and I know she's going to kill it during her club season as well. So our most improved player goes to Dakota Crumley. Okay, our MVP awards. Again, I couldn't pick just one because these roles are so different. So our first MVP player is, she was our big, strong middle player. Her blocking improved a ton over the season. Really loved watching her celebrations when she came down after getting those big blocks or big hits. And serving improved and just overall very coachable throughout the season. So our first MVP goes to Callie Baber. Okay, and our other MVP goes to our captain that was on our team this year. So she was a leader. She led our team through many ups and downs throughout the season, but we continue to persevere. She, again, is that setter that doesn't always get that recognition on the court because they're not getting those big smashes to get those final points. But she worked her butt off behind the scenes, off and on the court. And so our MVP goes to Arlie Fleet.
Next, Mrs. B, congratulations, girls. I'll do the senior boys awards when we do the banner. So the next time all the senior boys are here, I'll pull everybody out to the gym for a couple minutes and we'll reveal the banner and hand out those 2 awards. Any other announcements?